Good morning to all. Already we have completed types, what is vapor compression cycle, right? And what are the different types of vapor compression cycle. That means cycle with dry saturated vapor after compression, already completed. Next one will be cycle with wet vapor after compression. See, the theoretical vapor compression cycle with wet vapor after compression. See, we have drawn the TS plot and pH diagram See, before compression, wet vapor after compression. See, after compression, wet vapor. So 1, 2, 2 after compression, 2, 2, 3 condensation, expansion, then evaporation. Compression, condensation, expansion and evaporation. Okay, so similarly you can draw the pH diagram. Compression, then condensation, expansion, then evaporation. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, as you know, in a vapor compression cycle, the 4 parts will be a compression, condenser, expander and evaporator. Right? Compression, condenser, expansion and evaporator. So what happens? In the vapor compression cycle with wet vapor after compression. See, after compression, this is wet vapor. That means, wet vapor means this is within the vapor dome. Within the vapor dome means liquid plus vapor is used. Okay? So here, 1 to compression. After the compression, condensation, it will be rejected. Then expansion, throttling process will be occurred. Then evaporation means refrigerating effect will be done. We have to calculate CU, coefficient of performance. That means refrigerating effect by net work done. Refrigerating work done by net work done. Or you can say here refrigerating effect by work done by the compression. So see here, refrigerating effect means 1 to 2. That means while evaporation. In the evaporator what happens? This is a refrigerating effect. So here H1 minus H4 divided by compression work done means this is your compression one. Okay. So here H2 minus H1. So compression work done means H2 minus H1. What my point? And here this is isentropic. S1 equal to S2. This is S1 equal to S2. So COP we have to calculate means H1 minus H4. Again H4 means what? H4 means HFG. As the 3 state will touch the saturated liquid line. This is your saturated vapor line. So here 3 means this is F. F means this touches the liquid line. So we can say here H1 minus HF3 divided by H2 minus H1. What my point? So in a vapor compression cycle with wet vapor after compression, wet vapor. So we have to calculate first what? H1, H2 and H4. Then we can calculate the COP. Okay, understood? So let an example. We have solved a problem. See. Based on this theory, that means wet vapor after compression, we solve a problem. Okay. Let an example. Suppose a theoretical COP. Find the theoretical COP for a carbon dioxide machine working between temperature range. So here given data will be given temperature range 25 degree centigrade and minus 5 degree centigrade. That means see, this is 25 degree centigrade and this is your minus 5 degree centigrade. See, this is 25 degree centigrade, this is minus 5 degree centigrade. Right? That means here given data means T2 is equal to T3 is equal to 25 degree centigrade. So you can say here it is 298 Kelvin. Similarly, T1 is equal to T4 is equal to minus 5 degree centigrade. Okay, -5 degrees centigrade means what? -5 degrees centigrade means what? We can say -273 plus 273, that means equal to 268 Kelvin. So T1 and T2 will be given. Then it is given the dryness fraction of carbon dioxide gas during suction stroke. So this is your suction stroke. Okay, so this is your suction initial point. So here dryness fraction x1 equal to given 0.6. x1 equal to 0.6, and table will be given. There will be table will be given, and in that table what happens? See, this is temperature, this is your liquid, this is your vapor, this is your latent heat. This is your latent heat. Got my point? Again, liquid means again it is enthalpy and entropy. Vapor means enthalpy and specific and entropy, and latent heat will be given. Again, see, temperature will be given here 25 and -5 degrees centigrade. So here enthalpy given 164.77, 0.5978. It will given 72.57. It is given 0.2862. Similarly, for the enthalpy, it is given 282.23, 0.9918, 1.2146. Sorry, it is given 321.33, and this is 1.2146. Similarly, latent heat will be given 117.46, 248.76. Okay, so these are the given data, and here the unit will be kilojoule per kg, kilojoule per kg, kilojoule per kg Kelvin, kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and here latent will be kilojoule per kg. See, data will be given, temperature given, and x1 will be given. Okay, so we have to calculate what? We have to calculate the COP, theoretical COP of this. Got my point? See, so COP means what? Representing effect by net work done. Representing effect by net work done. So representing effect means in the evaporator, that means H1 minus H2. Work done means H2 minus H1. So first of all, we have to calculate all the parameters. Okay, that means H1, H2 and H4. Right. So here say x1 will be given. x1 will be given means see, we can find out the value of S1. S1, how to calculate S1? Now at the point state 1. State 1, what happens? So S1 is equal to, as you know, SF1 plus X1 into SG1 minus SF1. Or you can say SF1 plus X1 into HFG1 by T1. See, as you know, entropy equal to heat by temperature. You can follow any one, this or this. Okay, you see here given liquid HF, SF, Hg, Sg, latent heat. So as latent heat will be given, so you can put this formula. It is also correct. Same value will become. If you put this formula, eta put karibo, say same asibo, eta put kale bhi same asibo. Okay. So here see, we have to calculate value of S1, S1, SF. This is liquid, this is your F, this is Z. So SF1 means this is one segment, this is 1 minus 5 degree. So SF1 means this is, so 0.2862 plus 0.6 into HFZ 248.76 divided by T1 means 268. So can you find out the value of S1? What my point? SF plus X1 into SFG1. So you can get the value of S1 equal to 0.8431. 0.8431 kilojoule per kg. Right? See, as X1 will be given, dryness fraction 1 will be given. So for the one step, we have to calculate the value of S1. I mean S1 by only 4 formula put kare. SF1 plus X1 into SFG divided by 2. जेहेतु लाटेंट हिट को देखिए बुझिए ना SF2 means we can say S2 is equal to SF2 X2 into HFG2 divided by T2. Okay. S2 means SF2 plus X2 into SFG2 by T2. Again see SF2 SFG T2 we know, but we don't know the value of X2, so we have to calculate the value of X2. So what happens? We can say for the process 1 to 2, S1 equal to S2, so you can say SF2 plus X2 into SFG2 divided by T2 is equal to, we can say 0.8431. Already we know the value of S1, so this is, we can say S2 equal to S1, so that implies S2 means this factor, S1 means this. We know the value of SF2, SFG2, T2 from the steam table. T2 temperature is 61, so SF2 means SFG means 117, so we can put the value here. SF means we can say 0.5978 plus X2 into SFG means 117.46 divided by 298, that must be equal to 0.8431. So can you find out the value of X2 here? We can get the value of X2 by putting the two equations, right? So we can get the equation, value will be 0.62. So already we get the value of X2. Our main purpose is to find out the value of H2, right? So see here what happens. Now we put H1. So H1 is equal to HF1 plus X1 into HG1 minus HF1. We know the value of H1. We know the value of HG. So we can put X1. So we know the value of H1. Put the value. A steam table do T1 temperature रे हमें HF पाइचे HG पाइचे, okay? X1 0.6 put कर देला हमें पाइचे बानी H1 बुझुची ना नहीं? So हमें H1 पाइचे बाइटू और already HFG भी given और HFG will be given, so we can say also here X1 into HFG, HG minus HF, or you can directly put HFG. HFG will be given later. So you can put HF1 means 72.57 plus 0.6 into 248.76. That means H1 equal to 221.83. H1 complete. Similarly, H2 equal to HF2 X2 into HFG2. HF2 means this one 164.77. X2 you know 0.622 into HFG माने इटा put करिबा 117.46. So हम put करिबा H2 equal to हम H2 भी पाइजे कोड़ा पाइबा हम H2 237.83 kilojoule per kg. This is kilojoule per kg. So H1 H2 complete. Okay, H1 H2 complete means H1 H2 complete. Then we can find out the value of H4. See, H4 means HFC, isn't it? So here for state 3 at T3 equal to 25 degree centigrade, H3 is equal to HF3. We know the from the table 25 degree centigrade. H3 means this is F, HF equal to 164.77 kilojoule per kg. That must be equal to H4. As you know, H3 equal to H4. So H4 you can calculate the value equal to 164.77 kilojoule per kg. See, H1, H2, H4. All data will be given. So can you find out the value of refrigerating effect? So the refrigerating effect RE is equal to H1 minus H4. Again, we have done equal to H2 minus H1. We know the value of H2 and H1. So we can find out the value of COP. Refrigerating effect by work done. So you can put the value. So you can find the COP. Right? Refrigerating effect you can get and COP you can get. Then you can get the value equal to COP equal to 3.57 MC. 3.57. Understood? So what happens? So whenever it is given in terms of temperature, so आपको मैं देखिए वो दे HF, SF, HG, HG, one state रे, two state रे, बुझी गया? Then HFG तुमको दिया है इसे. Then प्रति step को तुम्हें जीवा. Step को जीवा माने? प्रति step को जीवा माने क्या जीवा? 1 to 2, 2 to 3, okay? Suppose हमें जो डायरेक्ट डायग्राम में वैल्यू चिन्ह देने लोगे, pH डायग्राम में 1 1 2 3 4 कंप्रेशन कंडेंसर एक्सपांशन इवापोरेट तो हमको कैलकुलेट करबार कोन अछि दिस इज H1 बाहर करिबा दिस इज H2 बाहर करिबा और H4 बाहर करिबा मेन पर्पस होछि वी टू कैलकुलेट H1 H2 एंड H4 देन H1 मींस हमें देखिबा एकम बाहर करबाटा H1 मींस HF plus X into HFG or you can say H1 H1 equal to HF1 plus X1 into HFG divided by X1 into HFG1 by T1. Okay, entropy S1 का S1 SF1 equal to see S1 is equal to SF1 into X1 into SFG1 or you can say SF1 plus X1 into HFG1 by T1. S1 by similarly S2 put करियो S2 equal to SF2 plus X2 into SFG2 divided by T2. As you know, S1 equal to S2 isentropic. S1 equal to S2 isentropic. Isentropic पर आप दूसरा को इक्वलाइज कर देके मार कर दो X2 बार कर दो X2 बार कर सला पर हम नेक्स्ट कौन करिबो H1 बार करिबो H1 equal to HF1 plus X1 into SFG1 H2 equal to HF2 plus X2 into SFG2. So H1 H2 कैलकुलेट कर दो H3 equal to H4 और HF3 बाहर कर ले तो डिफाइन द वर्क. Okay, so first problem will be complete. I'll give you another assignment problem. अच्छा बुझिए रहे समझते theoretical vapor compression cycle with wet vapor after compression. Okay, then the third one, see this one is completed. See, next one, vapor compression cycle with superheated vapor. That's third one. Vapor compression cycle with superheated vapor after compression. Superheated vapor. Okay, superheated vapor means outside the top, isn't it? So see, if we plot the TS diagram, one, two days, 3, 4. If we draw the pH diagram, see. One, two, days, 2, 3. One, two days, 3, 4. See what happens here. The vapor compression cycle with saturated vapor. Okay. saturated vapor with saturated vapor after compression. So this is compression. After compression a state तक हमर कोड रहेगा superheated state रे. So this is your superheated state. This is your superheated state काहे ना डोम रो बाहर को पड़ो एटा को vapor dome रो. This is just saturated liquid line, this is saturated vapor line, this is just suppose critical point. So it is outside the dome. Outside the dome means what? It is in superheated state. So we can say this is in superheated state, right? Superheated state. So 1 to 2 compression, 2 to 3 condensation, 3 to 4 expansion, 4 to 1 evaporation. Okay, so here 2 to 2 days. See, this is 2 to 2. This is constant pressure. This is in constant pressure, and 2 days to 3. This is constant temperature. So here what happens? Now we have to calculate. See, जेमती हमर रेफ्रिजरेटिंग वाटर पडुची सेमती हमर रेफ्रिजरेटिंग पडुची इफेक्ट मध्ये पडुची. So refrigerating effect we know COP कोन होची ना COP we can say refrigerating effect by net work done. एटी वर्क डन टिके अधिका हेची अधिका हेले कोन हबो COP will be less. अरे एटा अधिका हला एटा कम हला एटा अधिका हबो COP कोन हबो कमी जिवो. You can see refrigerating effect means H1 minus H4. Work done means H2 minus H1. H1 minus HF3 divided by H2 minus H1. So first of all we have to calculate all the parameters. That means H1, H2, H3, H4. Okay. And we can say here S1 is equal to here S1 we can say SG1 or SF1 plus X1 into SFG1. Here S2 means SF2 plus 2.3 Cp log T2 by T2 dash. We can say, or we can say here in terms of log SF2 plus Cp log T2 by T2 dash. So we can find out the value of S2, S1. So equating S1 and S2. Okay. So we can get the value of direct fraction if required. Similarly here H2 means what? H2 means HF2 into Cp into T2 minus T2 dash. Cp into T2 minus T2 dash. HF2 means H2 dash. This is H2 dash plus Cp into T2 minus T2 dash. HF2 means this is H2 dash. See, this means this state. So whenever calculate the value of H2 means H2 dash plus Cp into T2 minus T2 dash. So H1 भाग कर पेगा value of H2. Similarly S2 means S2 dash. We can say SF2 means here S2 dash. S2 dash plus 2.3 Cp log T2 by T2 dash. This is problem point of view. Okay. So कौन है लामरो ना vapor compression cycle with superheated vapor after compression. So after compression this is in superheated state. Then constant pressure cooling, then condensation at constant temperature, then enthalpy constant enthalpy expansion process will be occurred, and evaporation will be taken for the process 4 to 1. Okay. So here we have to remember some of the formula that is for the problem point of view. Next class we go for the problem. So you can do the problem here. S2 is equal to S2 dash plus Cp log T2 by T2 dash, and H2 equal to H2 dash plus Cp into T2 minus T2 dash. These two formula you have to remember. एटा तरह को मने रखो. Otherwise हम भाग करिबा ना. और same procedure सब आसे. Okay. So this is all about your cycle with dry saturated vapor, wet vapor after compression, and the vapor compression cycle with superheated vapor after compression. Okay. So next class we go for the problem. See, same type of problem. Okay, you have to calculate first S1 and then S2, S1, then equating S1 equal to S2. Okay, so S1 equal to S2 means you can get the value. Then after you can put the value of H2, you have to find out the value of H1, H2, and as you know H3 equal to HF3. Same type of problem, but the state will be different, whether in wet region, dry region or in superheated region. Okay.